Chris here from Barnyard Outdoors. I'm doing a follow-up video from my Pathfinder Provision video where I finally got to check out this. This is the Pathfinder Stove Stand Multi-tool. Let me tell you, this thing is almost perfect. Almost. We're so close. There's one thing that would have taken this completely over the top, but I do absolutely love this, and this will be part of my haversack kit going forward once I fix the flaw. So let's take a look at this. When I got this, I love stove stands. So for years I've been using this. This is the ever new titanium little cross stand, and that fits on pretty much any burner you have and allows you to put your pot on top. And this thing is great. It's incredibly lightweight. It's titanium, so it's pretty durable. It's thin. It's been a great product. It's 0.6 ounces, so it's incredibly lightweight. And this lives in my kit with my my stove and my Firebox Nano. So always been a fan of this type of stuff. As a matter of fact, I bought a lot of these just, I'd find a deal online and I'd say, oh, that one looks interesting. I'll go ahead and pick one up. I always go back to these because they're just built really well. So when I saw that Self-Reliance Outfitters and Pathfinder were coming out with a multi-tool, I thought this thing is either going to be great or it's going to be bad. And let me tell you, when I first got it, I thought, this thing's got some weight to it. I'm really impressed. And if I put it on my scale here, it actually weighs 2.4 ounces. So it's heavy, and let me tell you why it's heavy. It's steel, and it's thick. I mean, this stuff it's solid. It is definitely a tool. I can't even bend it. And if I compare this to other ones like this little one I just ordered off Amazon, it was dirt cheap, made in China. This thing, I could very easily just bend this in half. I'm not going to, because you're never going to have too many stove stands. But it's definitely not built as well as this. And if I look at this, and I wanted to measure this to see how thick it was, and it's interesting because how I'm going to measure it is with one of the tools. This is a multi-tool, right? So if I actually put this on here, it's about maybe a little over or close to a 1/16 of an inch for thickness, which is insane, right? So it's heavy duty. I've used this a couple times already. You can see it's got some discoloration on it. But what really intrigued me is that it's a multi-tool, right? It's more than just a stove stand that you put together and throw on top of your stove, which it works great. If that's the only thing you're going to use it for, it's perfect for that. But there are lighter options out there. If you're looking for durability and tools, the extra tools with this is a no-brainer. So let's take a look at all the things that are on here, because they actually say there are 9 different tools included here. You have a can opener, right? Right there is the can opener, and we're going to get back to that and actually test that in a bit. It's got the standard 1/4 inch hex bit driver, which is right there, so you can take your standard 1/4 inch screwdriver or bit for whatever you're doing, and fits right in there. And as a matter of fact, there's actually 2 on each one of these, so there's technically a total of 4 if you really needed it. What else do we have here? You can measure in inches, which is great. There's just a little ruler. It goes up to 3.5 inches on this side. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but believe me, it's there. We have a bottle opener and a 3/8 inch hex wrench, which is right here. So bottle opener and a wrench. And speaking of wrenches, on this other one, we have a little adjustable metric wrenches, and the sizes on these, starting with the largest, is 11 millimeters, then 9.5, 7.9, and 6.4 millimeters. Very nice. It also has what they call mapping tools, which are actually just mapping symbols. If you're working with a map and a compass and you need to mark a place, you've got 3 different symbols here. So you've got a circle, a triangle, and a pentagon. And if you really wanted to, you could use the hexagon right there. So that would take you to 4. It has a flat screwdriver, and this thing is pretty good size. You know what? You could probably use this as a little pry bar as well, because it is built so well. It has measurements in centimeters, which are on the other side here, and these go from 0 to 9 centimeters on that side, which is very cool. And then it has a protractor. Now, if you do a lot of navigation, you can use that protractor, which is right there, and it even has a little hole in it, which is nice. Plus, one thing it doesn't mention, it's got these cool little flame designs on there, which is kind of nice, and I'm sure it reduces the weight a little bit of this. But this thing is, I'm incredibly impressed with this. And when I was looking at this, and I looked at this can opener, because this is a tool that we'll need, right? This is a tool we use. This is why on my Swiss Army knife, this is one of my favorite tools. Now, if you compare the two, they are very similar in design. The Pathfinder one doesn't have the taper compared to the Swiss Army, but that's because there's a little flathead screwdriver on the end of that. But this thing is very impressive, and it's got a nice sharp edge there, and that's gonna be perfect for opening a can. So I actually wanted to test out this can opener because it's a tool that I will use. You know, there's always a time you're out and you need to open a can. I think it's a very functional tool, and I wanted to see how easy it is to operate if I'm not wearing gloves and I'm just holding on to this, you know? Because with a pocket knife or something like this, you've got a grip. It's comfortable in the hand to hold, and it's easy to function with the tool. I wanted to test out this tool. So I've got myself a little can of tuna here. I think we have tuna for dinner tonight, and we're gonna try opening it here with this Pathfinder can opener. And I'll tell you what, stick around, because there is, as much as I love this and I can just talk about this thing and how great it is all evening, there is still one thing that I would like to see changed on it. But other than that, this thing's great. Let's see how it opens a can, and then we'll finish up this video. All right, we've got just a standard can of Star-Kissed tuna, and we're gonna go ahead and just open it with this thing and see how well it works. Oh, that is actually very impressive. So as you can see, it works great as a can opener. I'm really impressed with this product. I think this is great. Like I said, this is something I'm going to put in my haversack. There's one glaring problem with this, and this thing is so functional. There are so many features. It's got, you know, some sharp edges. It's not rounded. It's not like this is gonna cut you or anything. But this point actually on the can opener just might. And what surprises me is that there is no sleeve for this, and that's the one thing that I would recommend if Self-Reliance Outfitters or Dave Canterbury watches any of my videos, which I doubt they do. But if they do, I would love it if this came with a little nylon case or something that I could slide this in, have a little closure on the top, and it would prevent any concern of this sharp point right here going through my haversack. So what I've been doing is just keeping this thing so I can transport this. I've got some fabric and stuff here where I've tried to make my own cases and bags, not very successfully, but I will build something for this so I can slide it in a little sleeve and I don't have to worry about it damaging my pack. Other than that, this thing is great. This is definitely something that I will use. I will continue to use. I love the functionality of it. I love the durability of it. I mean, that thing, that is just, it is a thick piece of steel, and it is super durable. And I love that. This is the kind of tool that I could have for years, as long as you know, keep it clean and take care of it. This is something that I could actually see, you know, my kids when they're my age digging through a pack going, oh yeah, look, here's a stove stand multi-tool. I think this thing is great. So I give this very high praise, and take it, take that as you will. I am a guy who uses little stove stands a lot, so I am very impressed with this. I love the fact that it's got multi-tool options, and I love that it's built to actually be used as a tool. So if you have any questions about this, please leave it in the comments below. Remember to like this video if you found it educational, or if it helps you make a decision if you're looking at this product, and subscribe to my channel, because I do a lot of different things. You'll see me using this out in the woods, and probably using it for other tasks, like I opened a can of tuna. I mean, this is impressive, but it needs a carry bag. It needs a carry bag, Dave. You need to include a little sheath, a little thing in nylon that this slides into. Come on, I would pay a couple bucks more easily if you threw in a little sheath on this. So, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next video.